Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very glad to be here, and I'll keep on in Italian because of a great number of Italian mayors today. So, per capire come si...
In order to understand how we've achieved what we're presenting today, not as a final result, but as a starting point, you have to have a look at the context. When we signed the Covenant of Mayors and used it as a support structure, the province of Sassari didn't just organize an accompanying program for the 66 boroughs of the province, but we also co-financed it to the tune of €1.5 million in the shape of a multi-annual budget, taking into setting up a model which was regarded as innovative in terms of governance and the involvement of local authorities. Drawing up this program, what we thought was that the strategic governance phase would be particularly important to consider economic feasibility, particularly as regards the financial structure that is to be used to carry out the actions in the plan itself. The local authorities are suffering from the Stability Pact and a lack of funds, and that makes it difficult to have any kind of investment program. So an effort is required from all present, particularly the province, in order to support these local authorities so that they can find the right solutions to find sources of finance and set up actions which are within the restraints and which are effective and transparent. For some years, the province has been a regulator for regional planning, and together with other local public and private actors, it has been trying to interpret the social system and the productive system, looking for a balance in planning and the advantage for the entire system. Conditions were established so that the territory could use both tangible and intangible elements of its context in order to achieve added value. In 2007, there was a commitment signed by 66 boroughs, the Chamber of Commerce, the University of Sassari, and another 20 associations, professional associations and other bodies all signed this pact for the northwest of Sardinia, which was then a point of reference for all forces in society that want to take part in this process, which commits the administration to work together with the signatories and other stakeholders, strengthening the identity of the territory and setting up a plan for added value in a short period with a priority for the green economy. And that meant a sustainable economic model based on clean energy and on respect for the environment and natural resources. That in its turn meant preparatory activities so as to create opportunities for jobs and for growth which would be compatible with the needs of nature and man. The first specific act then was that the province of Sassari joined the Covenant of Mayors of the European Commission. And we wanted to get the boroughs that had signed up to our pact to sign up to the covenant as well. In 2010, the province passed a program called Sassari 2020, so that we could have on our territory an agreement to achieve the climate change goals of the European Union. Then we had a concerted strategy so that we can implement the plan in a coordinated way in all 66 local authorities of the province, so that with sustainability and with green economy, that is, so that the sustainability burden can be turned into a socio-economic advantage. The strategy works through promotion of direct and indirect initiatives of the green economy, of the culture of saving and of energy efficiency over the whole territory of the northwest of Sardinia. and the pact being a multiplier, we think. The key element here is that we want to work in all 66 local authorities. Outside the industrial triangle between Sassari, Alghero and Porto Torres, most of the rest of the territory is made up of local authorities with fewer than 3,000 inhabitants, in fact many under 1,000. And that means that they're not in a position to invest this kind of money. So the first obvious problem in most cases is this lack of financial resources, which is mainly a matter of cuts in state transfers and the rigidities of the Internal Stability Pact. These things make it difficult to have investment expenditure. There's also a difficulty for local authorities to collect the European funds within the time available through the programs that we're going to be talking about later. Another obvious difficulty is to create the right kind of public-private partnership. This is because there aren't enough technical administrative abilities around, particularly in the smaller local authorities. Given these difficulties, it becomes particularly important to look at financial and economic feasibility of actions, particularly in terms of the structure and the financial structural instruments that are going to be used to carry these things out. The idea is to use our in-house society, mobilise, which was set up under the 1997 Provincial Energy Agency, and it's called PEPS. This is a technical structure to serve local authorities and companies and citizens with energy policy and sustainable development. The idea is to encourage innovation in the energy sector, particularly in terms of saving of energy efficiency and of promoting sources of renewable sources of energy. This is something very well present at a European level because it belongs to ISLNet, the European Association of Island Energy Agency. It also belongs to OPET, the Organization for Promoting Energy Technologies in Europe. It's also an interlocutor for ministries and networks. This energy point has carried out a number of projects at local, national and community level, cooperating with the European Commission, and it's been cooperating with some 50 research agencies in some 16 different countries. Another important part of the strategy is a commitment signed on the 1st of April 2011 between the President of the region and the President of the province, together for a Europe of sustainable energy. The basic idea comes from the Community Isle Pact, the pact between islands in Europe, which was ratified by the regional government, involving, therefore, Sardinia in it. This goes through the energy point and the program Sardinia CO2 Zero now means that the regional government has a set of short, medium and long-term actions, including the project Smart City Class A communes. This has been a close and fruitful cooperation aiming at joint promotion of renewable energies, energy saving and sustainable development on the basis of a cooperation with the province, which makes the energy point available to them. We've had a communication action under the Covenant of Mayors. We set up a technology, web and mobile platform about knowledge of green economy for young people between 14 and 20, with cooperation from the high schools. We've had green single one-stop shops for companies. The economic resources that we're trying to apply is intended to achieve integrated actions using the financial sources available. The representative of the EIB has already spoken. We use four main elements. The first is community programs for 2007-13, which are still running, with subsidies for the environment and energy. The second initiative, jointly with the European Commission and the other European financial institutions like the European Investment Bank and the European EBRD and the Development Bank of the Council of Europe. This is another possibility. And the third possibility is looking at the future prospects for planning 2014-2020, and fourthly, the financial systems that can be used for carrying out these planned interventions. Thank you.